Yo, the podcast people, listen, one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We back with another episode of the Peer to Peer Podcast, episode 31. For people out there who wondering what happened to episode 29 on YouTube, it was audio exclusive, so make sure you click all the links in the description.
Why was it audio exclusive? Was that just an executive decision we made?
It was some technical difficulties. Okay. You know how that go, guys. But again, click all the links in the description. But before we go into all that,
is that the garbage truck?
Is that the school bus?
Yo, garbage truck better took our garbage, bro. He been bugging recently, man. No cap.
They keep acting like we're not on the list of people to pick up. But yo, and you probably already heard him. My co-host, my lovely co-host.
You heard my voice.
Agent Zero, say what's up, bro.
It's me. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? I am running on like 3 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? And I'm fasting. I feel like I have to declare that now because on every comment section it's like, why isn't Agent fasting? Because guys, I can record a video at night, right? And then upload it during the day. You peeped that. Only some people in the comment section of the second channel video I uploaded yesterday was like, yo, how come he's not fasting, man? Well, it's because I have great lights, you know, so it doesn't look dark when we record at night. And then I just upload it the next day.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a crazy concept.
Interesting how that works. But shout out to everybody out there on Spotify.
Do you tell them to subscribe on YouTube?
I'm this.
Dude, tell them that first. Tell them that. Go ahead.
So
I'm gonna let you take.
We're gonna lead with YouTubers now. YouTube people. That's what we're gonna lead with first.
Sure.
All right. Shout out to all the people out there on YouTube. Make sure the subscribe button, notification bell. We're trying to hit 50K for to hit the sub. Then we're gonna get 75, then 100K. But you know, it's all a process, right?
And then a mil.
However, definitely shout out to y'all. We now, hovering around 25, almost 30 each pod. That's what's up. Of course, shout out to my Nutty gang people out there. Spotify. Jesus Christ.
That's like a 7.8 liter V12 out there. That garbage truck is going crazy.
I don't even know if they can hear it or not. But shout out to all my Spotify listeners, Google Play, Apple, Stitcher, aux cord, of course, Bluetooth, of course, all my people word of mouth on Twitter, of course.
Oh, you added the word of mouth, people.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Hey, the list is getting long, man.
It's getting long. It's getting long. Y'all spreading it out. We growing. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel this is gonna be a really good pod.
I have no doubt this is gonna be one of the most spectacular podcasts.
I definitely feel like we're gonna have a good pod. You wanna jump right into the shenanigans with 2K?
Sure. What shenanigans are you referring to?
Oh, Ambush.
Oh, or I was thinking about making a main channel video about this. Because on the podcast I talked about how drops could potentially ruin games. Yep. Well, 2K feels like the company that would go way too far with them, and they just started doing them. And I called that shit. I knew I was gonna start doing it too.
Just started doing it and gave it to the wrong guy.
Word. So just for some backstory for those who don't know what happened, Ambush is a content creator, a streamer for a while. Yeah. Yeah. I done bumped into him a few times in events. He seemed like a cool dude. Yeah. He got an opportunity to give a locker code out, courtesy of 2K. And on the stream, he was just bugging. Like he went from what's his usual viewer count? A few hundred maybe?
Yeah, a few hundred, yeah.
And he had like 8,000 plus. I don't know what his peak was, but I saw him around like 8,000 plus live viewers, which is like Jesus. And he was bugging the whole time. I can't tell. It felt like he must have been on something. Because there's not like a rant you have when you're sober. And he was just kind of going off on like a whole fuck the 2K community type beat, which is interesting because the only reason he had those views is because of the 2K community.
Interesting, right?
But I want to get your take on it because he was wilding. He got baited in the chat a couple times because you got to watch out, especially in Twitch chat. They'll try and bait you into saying something where they'll be like, yo, Low talked about you. And then if you don't double check and you just blindly believe what they tell you and you're in the mood where you're just ranting and being angry, he just said a whole bunch of shit way out of left field about Los. Yeah. And I'm going to get into what I think about it later. But long story short, he was bugging for 30 minutes to an hour, holding a locker code hostage while he was getting people to watch his stream to run his money up. And, I rate this strategy if you pull it off correctly.
Yeah, let me be clear on that. I don't even think the strategy was bad. I don't think the concept was bad. I don't mind doing drops, especially locker code drops. Shout out to both of them though. I got some good cards out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't even play my team, but I was like, let me just see. And I ain't get shit, bro. I got like Dean Wade and some other bucket 89 overall.
Nah, I got me a diamond Lonzo and a pink diamond PG. You know what I'm saying? But I actually think that my team getting good. Yo, Pretty Love Pink, you really don't want to see me no more. I see why you ducking me. But look, I can definitely. What? That's too much?
No, bro. I keep seeing you daily on Twitter talking about some stop ducking me. Or if it's not you, it's somebody daily. Else saying that, and then you retweet it.
Big facts. So
she's not gonna play you, bro.
Yeah, no, she's scared now. She peeped the team got way better, and she know that she's gonna lose. Anyway, though, the idea and the concept, I just think it's a really good concept. I don't mind it at all. And to be fair to 2K and their team, they didn't really know that the man was gonna have an ego trip in the middle of a stream like that.
I'm just giving away a locker code.
Yeah. They just thought, hey, great idea to push a locker code. Give back to the community, have them have a very eventful day in their live stream. Stuff like that. So I feel like they did a poor job at promoting it though, because there was another locker code before Ambush. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but not too many people even knew about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I heard about that one actually.
Yeah.
And it was a really good card too.
Yeah, it was. So not too many people even knew about it. But anyway, I do think the idea was great. But when it comes to Ambush, I'm not too familiar with his work. I don't really know him as a creator. I don't really see him that often on Twitch. And when I do, I normally just pop in and pop out.
Why am I moving like I can't just do that?
Yeah, you can.
Hide this part because I have to go on my DMs to find it.
While you do that though, yeah, I think that again the idea was great, but Ambush just using that as an opportunity to have an ego trip. And the reality is, I don't even think a lot of the stuff he was saying was true. I just think he was just saying, "Oh, you got?"
Yeah, there's 2 clips. I'll play this one first, and I'll play the one where we're talking about Lowe's.
Guys, you guys. So you're in it for your fans. I'm not in it for the 2K community. Fuck the 2K community. I could give 2 fucks. Like I don't care about the 2K community. Y'all know this. I don't care about them niggas, bro. I care about my community. That's it. I don't give a fuck about the 2K community. 2K community can hold the L, bitch. I'm fine with being a horrible streamer as long as I make money.
You fucking suck, dude.
I'm cool with that. I am 1,000% cool with that. I am 100% cool with that.
That's tough.
You can't ever let it get to a point like this. You have to stop. You have to turn off the stream. And AfroPig, does he have zero awareness whatsoever? Get out of the frame. The fuck is wrong with this guy? He's bugging.
Oh, that's
over
what that
here.
is? That's AfroPig?
I'm like, yo, just on a pure horrible decision. Why are you in the background? You don't have nothing to do with this, but now you have something to do with it. The second you said fuck 2K, I'll be like, all right, let me just.
This is a you thing.
I'm gonna let you handle that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do
And
it.
the crazy part is Afro put out a tweet afterwards. I peeped, and I didn't realize why he did it at first because I wasn't watching most of the stream.
Yeah,
but it's because he was in.
He said he lost the code, right? That's what he said.
Oh, so he did. They did like have like this weird fake porn type acting. It was just overtly fake, where they pretended like they lost the code. Okay, but this is the tweet I was referring to. What Bish saying is what Bish thinks. Ain't got shit to do with what I think. Just remember that and stop trying to group me. And, I feel that way when you say crazy shit too. But if you just hopped on here right now and said something real wild like that, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
Because I can't be here by association. Why would you be there? And you can't even edit live streams. So I could at least tell you, yo, you're going to have to cut that out.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could cut out. That was live. We got a chance to see all that. Well, first of all, wow, Lo. Always working on your NBA Twitter game. I peeped that.
Okay, you gonna play the Los tweet?
Yeah.
Because what he said about Los, he, like Agent said earlier, he got baited into saying something about Los. Didn't check to see if he said something about Los, and then just
I got the clip.
Spewed a whole bunch of stuff
right here. I got the clip.
I don't fuck with these niggas. Like, y'all notice I don't like Los should be the last one talking because there's so much of shit. Like, there's so much shit about Los to explain. Like I could dive deep about how this nigga was faking basketball games because he was scared of Illuminati. But that's just like oh my god, like if I sat here and told you how like that basketball video was fake between me and him and Jake, and he paid us for us to eat that pepper because he couldn't even beat Jake and cried because Illuminati was fucking on his ass and he didn't want to watch losing to his brother. I have so much shit to sit here and really talk about, and him making it seem like he beat us both. I have so much shit to talk about. Y'all niggas need to shut the fuck up. Niggas need to shut the fuck up.
Okay, what's your take? Because I have so much I want to say.
So that right there, to me, first of all, that was just weird that he just kind of made a big
There's
deal
more.
about it.
Hey, KCE is out here I need to hire him on the Asian Beamstar staff.
KCE gamer. Yeah, it's weird that first of all, that was weird that he just thought that it was like, oh man, it was that one time we played basketball and he faked it. Like, I don't really care. But then come to find out that Los, this is on YouTube. I don't know if you'd be able to pull it up as quick. But then he brought up some stuff about how he done donated him like a lot of money, helped him out behind the scenes.
Lo said that about Amish?
Yeah, Lo said about Amish. And he felt that it was just another example of, people came up together, but a couple more people in the group became more popular and bigger than the other person, and they got left behind. And so then they got a bit jealous. Mm-hmm. And so now, since he had the platform to say what he wanted to say, now all of a sudden he's, speaking his mind. And then there was other people in there who were going back and forth. I think it was like, a Discord chat. There was other people in there who were saying, Ambish had cut them off because they no longer talk to him as much as they used to, or, they just started to do their own thing, or they weren't in his Discord as often. And these are other content creators that he's allegedly upset about because they're not in the same Discord with one another anymore, even though they have their own Discord to run. So yeah, stuff like that. I honestly just feel like, I don't really knock on 2K. It's clearly just a content creator thing where they gave it to the wrong person, unfortunately. And for somebody who doesn't, quote unquote, mess with the community, it's just odd because 2K gave you that opportunity in the first place. So why would you even shit on that opportunity?
And
I have no idea I don't get that. That
look at his
literally
pin
makes
tweet.
no
Look at
sense.
his pin tweet. NBA 2K, I'll never forget this. Thank you, everyone. And it's of him getting scanned in the game. Seemed like he forgot it, man.
Doesn't really make that much sense for you to you belittle a company that gave you that opportunity in a community that put you in that situation to give you that opportunity. This doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Word. As it relates to the Los thing, I don't believe everything I hear because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
So I didn't immediately jump to conclusions, but of course I was intrigued when I heard such things. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't give less of a shit about whether or not they faked the video or not.
Didn't really care.
Don't care. All I know is he just sent a message to every other content creator out there that there is no point of ever communicating anything of value to him because he will just tell. He will just tell. And so there's a reason why I'm a lockbox with information. There's plenty of stuff I know that I don't want to ever speak on just because I enjoy knowing. Mm-hmm. And people trust that I won't say nothing. You're not going to hear it come out from me, period. Mm-hmm. So the fact that all it took was a message in his chat to go off on Los without even verifying just because he was in his emotions, you're way too volatile. That doesn't make any sense that you would let it get to that point, especially if you've been streaming for that long. You should know when to cut yourself off because you're digging yourself a deep hole. And it felt like he was very comfortable in that stream, digging himself even deeper and deeper and deeper because he'll deal with it when the stream turns off. And I don't know. It was an ego trip of massive proportions. I can't imagine he did all that sober, but if he did, that would be quite an achievement. As it relates to the actual stream, though, there's nothing wrong with his approach. If I hopped on stream with something incredibly valuable like that locker code that everyone wanted, I would most definitely try and find a way to maximize my benefit from the situation. Like I was watching Troydan's stream. Troydan had a code too. He was also doing other giveaways and he gave it away throughout the stream. He wasn't like forcing nobody to stay there. You know what I mean? He understood that people were going to come for the giveaway and people were going to stay for him. And so I think Troydan did it as good as you could imagine. Like he had a code, he did his stream, it went successfully, boom. Nothing but positivity towards Troydan because of what he did that day. But as it like Ambish, how do you if people are only there for one thing and they couldn't give less of a shit about you, then you're gonna dig yourself a hole, like a very bad reputation, because there's not a lot of 2K viewers on Twitch.
Yeah,
so you don't want to piss 8,000 of them off.
Yeah.
Because they might not fuck with you again next time they see you on your thing.
That's actually what I wanted to say. I'm sorry to cut you off. I actually go because you might forget what you want to say.
Nah, I'm just speaking freely, so I'm
okay. Yeah, the fact that he didn't, because even the locker room drop was apparently timed because Troydan said that I got to drop it within like 3 or 4 minutes. So apparently it was timed. However, Like Troy did, I don't understand why he just didn't do this. I don't know why he wasn't on stream actually playing 2K and gave the audience the content that he would normally be providing, so they can based off of what, like, that's the only way that you could actually grow from this. You sitting in front of a camera rambling on about about how you're gonna hold it and after the community expo, like all that other stuff like that doesn't really benefit you at all. It's just a moment in time. Once the moment is over, people go back to no longer watching you. So you got to give them a reason to watch. And like you said, Troy did a great job at that, because after the locker room code dropped, then he had the opal that he had to give away, and in between those two giveaways, he was playing the game, communicating with the chat, having a good time. A regular Troy dance stream. So you give, in between the giveaways, you giving the audience, newcomers and old, something to enjoy themselves. So now they can be, oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. This is fun. I might actually step in more often when Troy dance streams.
I think the thing is especially when you're a longtime streamer like him, getting a number like bro, who gets that? 8,000 live viewers is some shit that only legendary people can average. That is a hard number to get to.
I understand. Yeah.
So when you get there, you have to think, all right, what can I do with this? You know, and in all likelihood, the best you could do with it is just try and like keep 5% of those people around. And for you, there's going to be a massive bump in views from your average that he regularly gets. Mm-hmm. And so I don't understand why his approach wasn't, let me just wow these guys with how entertaining I am. Because I done hopped in streams of Ambish where I was like, oh, wow, like he's very entertaining. I can't remember, but I know at some point I've reached out to him for a video because I was like, oh, I think he'd be like dope. I only reach out to people if I think they're entertaining or I need them to carry me, one of the two. So it's like you could have had a chance to show that off, but instead you shit on the people that were there. You shit on the community. You had this ego trip that wasn't worth having. And you let yourself get flustered, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm here. It's like if you lost a game of roulette and you're like, all right, bro, everything I have, let's go, boom. No, that's not the best approach. And he knew that wasn't the best approach, but he already committed, so he went further and further and further, dig himself deeper and deeper. And I don't know, bro. I don't like that he did all of that. I don't like the way he executed it. I don't like the way he dragged people into it. That stream was just funny to people, right? The My Team people were pissed, and everybody else watching was just watching a train wreck. Because people love to see train wrecks, and that's what that stream was. And there's no reason somebody that's been streaming for that long should be in a position like that. And I feel like sometimes you're gonna say things on stream you regret, especially if you stream consistently. Mm-hmm. Something's gonna slip out, but you don't know how to catch it, man. You just keep going down a hole further and further and further. And then, later on in the stream, now you're apologizing like, yo, Flows didn't say that, my bad. You should have checked if Flows said that. Why would you just for no reason? For no reason. It felt like he got like that spotlight that he's been fucking just like, that's all he wanted was that spotlight. He finally got it, and he didn't know how to act. It's unfortunate, man, because this didn't have to be a story. It could have just been an individual who had an opportunity and took advantage of the opportunity in front of him. But instead, it turned up to be an absolute train wreck, a mess of a show. And I know a lot of people that just sat there and watched, didn't give a shit about My Team. Were just like, wow, he is bugging right now.
And just so he could spam ads and get a little bit of the views.
What a short-term outlook.
Yeah, it's so short-term. So short-term. It just doesn't make any sense.
Especially because 2K is hot right now, especially on Twitch, hotter than it's ever been.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to do something with that, but instead you just denounce them, fuck those guys. Maybe you're having success in the IRL shit instead of 2K. But I don't mean you could just shit on these guys. You never know.
And to be honest with you, at that, I mean, it's not too many, unless like Cash or Flight or like one of the bigger YouTubers and content creators, they go on Twitch and they stream. If Ambish is having like 400 to 600 people frequently on his stream on Twitch, he is immediately one of the biggest Twitch streamers in the 2K community. 400 to 600. Mm-hmm. Like I would immediately try to figure out how could I double that or try to get as close to 1,000 so I can have a better base rather than me just trying to take advantage of this one-time opportunity in the moment, and then after that, just piss all over it.
Yeah, so let me give you guys a case study, and I'll use me as an example. When we did that Troyden versus Cash game, no one knew the views were going to be that gassed.
Yeah.
People were really excited about that shit. And so when I hopped on stream, I was dead expecting like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people. Nah, like 14,000 people pulled up. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh snap! I got 40,000 before, but that was because I was the first person streaming the Prelude, and just on a regular stream that didn't have any game related hype to it. Like 2K dropped some new shit, and that's why my views are up. That was the most I've ever gotten. So in my mind, I'm like, how could I take advantage of this? This is an opportunity. I frequently, like every 10 minutes, reminded people to subscribe. I was promoting my second channel. I was telling people go link in the description. Only link there was my second channel. So at least I did two things that I really care about: is get people to subscribe to both those channels. And throughout the stream, I just wanted to have as much fun as possible. When we finished the first game, I could tell everybody was on the same like wavelength. We were like, yo, how do we make this go longer? Because we're all enjoying ourselves and the people watching are enjoying themselves.
Exactly.
We pushed it to a best of 3. We won in 2 games. And I was dead. I knew people were thinking best of 5, but that had took like a couple more hours, depending on like how the series swung.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up going that direction. But everybody there, all content creators, all interested in making good content, just had an opportunity. Like what did Troy have? Like 50,000 viewers?
Something crazy.
Wow. And he just took full advantage of that shit. That's how it should be done, man. Is like, I think when the spotlight is put on some people, they just buckle. And I don't know why. For whatever reason. There could be millions of reasons why they buckled.
And the crazy part, they actually think that that's the best plan of action.
Because that's the crazy part. Does give you higher short-term gains. Because if I'm freaking out on stream, people are going to tune in just to see if I'm going to say some shit left. Right? Because I know a lot. So it's like if they're like, oh man, this agent's bugging on stream. I'm telling you that's how this shit works. I get that. People tell me all the time like, yo, this person's bugging right now. Hop on stream. And I'll hop in just to see what's popping. See what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean people, I don't understand it. You've been doing this shit for years, man. You haven't had the game figured out yet. And I could tell there has to be something frustrating about doing it for that long and not seeing like a tremendous amount of success. Or maybe you've been like stagnant for a while. I don't know what he's dealing with mentally, because none of that feels like a healthy way to approach an opportunity at all. There's a lot that just went so wrong. You just start to question the actual person in the stream. What's good with you, bro? You all right, man?
He was bugging. He was just tweaking.
So I hope people forgive him though, because people make.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I guess
people make mistakes. He was heated in the moment, man.
But that definitely feel like that was, like you said,
he felt it. He meant it.
Yeah,
I think he meant what he said.
He meant it, and I think part of that was planned. I don't think that was like in the moment. You saw a whole bunch of people, and you was like, you know what, fuck this.
But think about how it started, though, Lo. Think about how it started. Cut you off. He was just holding a locker code hostage.
Yeah.
And people were talking a ton of shit about his streaming career in chat. You can't give those types of comments validity by responding to them. But sometimes when that's all your chat is saying, because that's all the chat wants, they actually don't care about you at all. Once you start responding like, yeah, well, I'm here making money. Yeah, well, I'm here running ads. What did you just think you accomplished by doing that?
But again, like I said before, he came on the stream.
Did you watch the beginning?
No. What did he come on the stream doing?
I don't know. I didn't watch the beginning.
But it doesn't seem like he was playing 2K at any point.
No, he wasn't even in the 2K category. I actually had trouble finding him because he was in the just chatting category.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. Is that he didn't come in there to play good vibes, communicate with the new people. None of that. Because even though, yes, there's going to be some negative people, it was an overwhelming. It was so many people that was in there that he could have immediately. It could have been more positive than negative with the amount of people if he had came in there with that type of vibe. But he came in there with something completely different, and I'm pretty sure it may have escalated as a chat escalated. But that still doesn't justify that type of. I know you're not saying it justifies it, but that still, to me, it just doesn't translate to that hard of a switch. That's what I'm saying.
I think after this is all done, I, as a viewer, if I'm a viewer, I forgive him. But as a content creator, I could never trust him. That's kind of how I stand on it. Because you can't just snake on someone immediately the second you get emotional. I can't ever trust you ever about anything. Not that like me and him go way back and we talk all the time. Nah, we done bumped into each other a couple times. I probably recorded a couple of videos with him at some point. But I can't be around people. Lo, if I thought that you just hop on stream and say everything you know about me, then I'd just stop telling you things, man. Because there's no way I'm going to continue telling you things when there's the fucking opportunity. Then Afropig is just in the back, just risking his career for no reason. What's good with this guy, bro?
I don't know.
I don't know. Afro Pig is an interesting individual. I don't know how he just gets himself mixed up in situations that got nothing to do with him.
I don't know. But
Afro Pig, get out the frame, man. God damn it.
But yeah, man, that's I don't want to spend too much time on it, because you got other things to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah. But speaking of hitting numbers, shout out to Flight, man.
Wow.
First of all, before we go there,
I saw that shit last night. It was like 12 hours. No, it was 6 hours, like 500K or something like that.
So it was 6 hours, 100K, and then when it was like around 10, 11, it was already at like 8 to 900. And I was like, that's a mil.
Damn it, man.
That's a million in less than 12 hours. We talking about that new Flight video. I don't want to, because I don't. Should we do a reaction to that?
To Flight's video?
Yeah.
Right now?
Not
Oh,
right.
like on later?
Yeah.
I would love to, yeah.
I don't want to get too much up, But everybody was saying like, yo, he's dunking. And it's like, that's clearly not a team.
Hired an NBA trainer for June, 22 hours ago, 1.3 mil. Yeah, he's on one, man. He's
that's
on
going to
one.
hit 1.5 and I might hit 1.7 in 24 hours.
No, it won't. It'll do 1.5.
Yeah.
1.7. It's going to get 0.5 more in the next 2 hours.
That's not real time views.
Oh, but we're just going by this, low, because we can't see his back end, buddy.
But how much you think, though? If you're looking at real time.
It'll probably do 2 million in 2 days.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's easily his biggest video. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, people saying like he dunking, but I'm like, that's an 8 foot goal.
Yeah.
It was an 8 or 9 foot goal. Like, and then in the background, it was clearly a 10-foot goal. So I was like, how do y'all not see that 10-foot goal in the background and y'all see him dunking? But yo, shout out to Flight, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing numbers, trying to get ready for June, you know what I'm saying? Trying to put them on him. Since I'm the official scorekeeper, I can't wait to see that happen.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got the official game log, so we'll see what it's looking
You're
like.
not the only official, though. Obviously, there's other people that have done that. Did he not do a Flight video?
Who?
Your friend?
No, he didn't.
Oh shit! So you the official?
No, I am the official.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Flight though, dead ass. That's what's up, bro. Those are crazy numbers.
For real.
He be on. I can't remember what I told y'all in the chat, but he said something like he was at this point he's like regularly doing 15, 17K on Twitch.
Who would have thought that?
Which is crazy.
Like it wouldn't be a League of Legends or Valorant or Fortnite. Nah, it's Flight. He's not playing none of the games that usually pop on Twitch, which means that he's bringing an entirely new audience to Twitch, which means that I'm telling you, Lo, what he's doing for Twitch is worth in the tens of millions right now, and they're not paying him for it. Yo, Flight, talk to your agent, man. It makes no sense how much you're doing on there.
You gotta talk to them and make sure you get Ronnie in check. And the next time 2K roll around, they got community day.
Yeah,
because Flight gonna go crazy if they don't even pick up the phone and call him. Easily the biggest 2K streamer right now.
And he's so hot that he could just really go anywhere. The fact that streaming companies can't look at a person like Flight and then be like, wow, not only was he growing steadily before he had this whole blow up, he went from like 1,000 to 4,000 live viewers in a matter of like 6 months. Every like week I go, well, hold on now. He's doing this on Madden or on this on 2K. So it's like the fact that companies can't immediately see that, considering it's their fucking job, and then convince the person to stay long term on the platform is wild to me. Because he most definitely deserves, of anybody I've ever seen, deserves a streaming deal. He ain't get big off anybody else. He ain't happen to play with another big streamer. He ain't get hosted by another big streamer. He ain't have like a big favor, a whole bunch of ads ran for him. He wasn't like a celebrity in Hollywood. No, he just did this shit. Like how he accomplished it is so fucking rare. It's a unicorn. You don't see that ever.
And it's him.
So
because he can go anywhere else. And they would almost all of his viewers will follow him somewhere else.
Yeah. So as a content creator, I have nothing but respect for that because I know I wouldn't be able to do anything remotely close to that. And I'm nice. So like that means he's really nice.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I peeped that, man. And
get your
hopefully
bag.
Hopefully he really starts to secure those bags.
Get your bag, youngin. Get your bag.
Most definitely deserves it, man.
Also, Omar. He tripped. I went out yesterday. It was Mother's Day, right? So went to go chill with the family, and you dropped the Popeyes video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Omar is literally we in the house, and Omar's literally replaying certain sections of the Popeyes video like it's a highlight reel of him saying jokes. Like he was just gassed. I was like, yo, I get it. I was there. I heard the joke. Mm-hmm. He's like, but nah, like,
did you hear it like this?
But remember this part though? And like literally played it louder on his speaker. I'm like,
with the whole family?
no, it was just my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I was there. Mm-hmm. The only part where I forgot we talked about is when we were saying if you went to Popeyes and they gave you original instead of spicy and you tried to give it to a homeless man, he was like, yo, I got a box and a buggy. I don't need your original Popeyes.
My shopping cart joke hit, man. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good joke.
Yeah.
No cap. That was an interesting video, and I went with the interesting title, and it was demonetized, so I had to hold it for a day. Potentially because I used the word indulge. I don't actually know why it was demonetized, but whatever, man. Video's up now. It actually didn't do as well as I thought.
Yeah, and it was a 30-minute long.
Nah, but I'm just trying things. There's a lot of things that I'm trying on the second channel. I'm like, oh wow, who would have thought that'd do well?
Yeah,
I titled the video "Getting a Serious Workout on 2K on the Wii," and I like, bro, that's a horrible title on my main channel. On my second channel, bro, it hits.
Crazy.
You never know, man.
Crazy. But yeah, he was going crazy for that because he almost put an ambush last night. He was like, yo, don't even talk to me, bro.
Oh, now you could just use that as a verb.
Yeah, big fact.
Going off the rails, pulling ambush.
He's like, I don't even talk to me, bro. I was on an agent video. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you? Calm down.
I was getting hot in here, man.
Who's that?
That's a garbage truck. Coming back this way.
Oh yeah, we have like 3 different companies that come through the neighborhood. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, I don't know. Can I say this?
I don't know.
The leaks.
About what leak?
2K.
No, don't talk about 2K leaks.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, bro. 2K does not give a shit about much, but when you talk about something that wasn't supposed to be out and it's out, yo, what leak are you talking about? Because I don't even know a 2K leak.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, never talk about a 2K league. They'll strike your shit so quick. What chat you put it in?
Atlanta. So the other thing I do want to talk about though is you see it right there?
No.
Where's it at? Oh no, it's probably higher than that.
Okay, it probably wasn't that important, bro, because I would have noticed it.
My team. Interesting.
Okay, my team. Let's talk about my team.
No. The leaks. That's what it was about.
Oh, okay. What was it, like a league player?
A whole bunch of players.
I'll say word. Yeah, do not do that.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
Yeah. What I'm about to say? Oh yeah. Adele losing weight. Crazy.
Word. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight. And I'm happy for her. Let me be positive Perry first before I get to the negativity. Yeah, shout out to Adele, man. She lost a lot of weight. She's looking good. You know. I'm pretty sure someone of her status, when they do lose weight, it was probably because something, maybe a doctor told her, you're at health risk or something like that, and you just start losing weight. Or maybe she just wanted another adventure and challenger in her life. So she decided,
So yeah, this music shit is too easy, man.
Let me start slimming down a bit. Let me see if I can handle that. So she starts slimming down. However, I don't know. You can probably pull it up. The stuff that people are saying on Twitter about Adele losing weight, it is literally some of the most toxic shit I've ever seen in my life. Like the idea that Adele losing weight can thus turn around and be like, hey, yo, but she doesn't really have to lose weight. Y'all are just pushing this agenda again about being skinny and being beautiful. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like she just lost weight. That's it.
I can't find those tweets, but I seen them when it was trending. I know which ones you're referring to.
And it's like, it was just so disturbing. It's like, yo, if you lose weight, I don't understand why people immediately think that she lost weight because she had to be more successful, as if like she hasn't been one of the most popular musicians in the past decade when she had the weight on. So it's not like people were just saying like, I'm not going to listen to Adele until she drops 30 pounds. Like that's not how that went. She was highly successful before that. Then she lost the weight.
Not just that. She wasn't just successful. She was celebrated as like, she was championed by fat people as like the golden fat person.
Crazy.
And so obviously it's a big part of your brand. So it's a lot like
Why would?
If it's a big part of your brand
That's
and you
crazy.
lose it, then you're losing a big part of your brand now. So just in terms of financially, you stand to lose a lot by losing weight if you're Adele. Just because you're so known for that now. You're gonna have to rebuild your brand elsewhere. You might get some like short-term press out of it once you lose weight, but when a lot of people know you as something and then you're not that anymore, that's tragic to your brand, regardless. She loses weight, she's getting healthy, and not low-key, very high-key low. I saw people put out tweets like, we shouldn't celebrate Adele losing weight because then fat people are gonna feel ashamed. No, what the fuck? Can you imagine we shouldn't celebrate, that my son got into Harvard because, dumb niggas might get upset. No. You should always celebrate when someone does something challenging and good for them. It's based in positivity. She did something great for herself. She goes on tour and shit, Lo. She probably gets exhausted on tour. Now, she probably has a lot more stamina to handle the daily life.
Let me read you off a couple of these tweets.
Do you save them?
Please, no, it's on H3.
Okay, read them out.
Please stop saying Adele had a glow up. We have no idea what her health issue.
I'm losing brain cells as you speak.
Hold on,
no
wait.
Cap.
Hold on, wait. We have no idea what her health was/is. And this is just a reminder that the skinny ideal is just a concept that skinnier gets you prettier.
It does, though, for the most part. I actually think she looked better when she was thicker.
Yeah,
no cap.
Yeah.
But she's healthier. I'm not thinking about skinny when I think about lose weight. I'm thinking about being fit. I'd rather be fat than skinny, but I'd rather be fit than anything else. No cap.
So you happy when you fat?
Yeah, when I was fat, when I'm at biggest, I was happy.
So that's shit.
At my skinniest, I'm gonna be happy.
No.
When I get fit, I'm gonna be happy.
No, if you're happier when you're fat, you need to stay fat.
Oh,
come on. Because
God forbid you risk your happiness.
Come on now. Yo, can we
read that out, bro?
Can we please not celebrate Adele for losing weight? Huh? Can we please not do that? Like, it's the ultimate achievement. These news articles and tweets are just disgusting. My whole platform is about positivity, self-acceptance, and equality. I refuse to let my words be twisted into ruining all of my hard work. As someone who is...
the mental gymnastics she's doing or he's doing.
It's obviously a woman.
I know. I just wanted to give a fair shot. I knew.
As someone who is constantly trying to defend their work and their worth, it is very disturbing when people tell me that I have to lose weight.
If you're fat, you need to lose weight.
You not feeling?
You're putting yourself at a higher risk of all kinds of. Why you think I'm losing weight, man? You think it's so I can be happier? Bitch, I'm already happy, bitch. There's no weight loss gonna make me happy. I'm doing this because I want to. I want to be athletic. I'm gonna do more in videos. This is something I noticed me losing weight. Let me just tell a quick little story. Like in the past, like if I needed to get up to do something, it had to have been like, is Dave Chappelle at the door? All right, I'm not getting up, bro. Is it Dave Chappelle? Kobe? All right, I'm not getting up, period. Now it's like, I want to turn the air purifier on. Boom. You know what I mean? I can get up and do it. Because when you're bigger, you just don't want to do things. Things take more fucking effort. You got more shit to move. And I don't need none of those motherfuckers around me when I lose my weight. I want to be celebrated. Because think about it. Adele, I don't know if it's the case for her, but probably for me, I've been fat most of my life. So if it was an easy thing to do, I'd have been done it. But obviously something I've been struggling with and I'm making great progress. The fact that people can't celebrate doing something that's challenging, that's good for you, is wild to me. And the mental gymnastics that lady just did. And on top of that, she said she was all about positivity. No, this is it. Before you continue to go on. These are very sensitive people we're referring to. And these are the people that you can't actually be direct with. I hate these people in real life. I hate them. Because I can't tell them what I think. It might offend them. They don't actually value themselves as much as they claim they do. Because if you talk shit about me in the comment section, believe it or not, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I already value myself. I'm not waiting for your approval. So for them, it makes them feel bad that Adele did some shit they couldn't do.
And see, that's the point right there where if we're really talking about positivity, then what somebody else does or what somebody else says should really not affect you. If you're really acceptance of who you are, if you're truly in acceptance, then it has absolutely, positively nothing to do with somebody else says or does with their weight or about yours. Really, it doesn't. So don't tell me about you.
I fully accept my body, low.
Oh,
yeah, I walk around. I be touching my rolls and shit.
You do?
I be having fun with him. Cause until I got them shits, I might as well fuck it. I be sleeping like, wow. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I just be chilling like, yo, this is, but at the same time, bro, I want to be D's. Doesn't mean I don't like me right now. I already love myself so much. So there's a lot of people that might not love themselves, you know what I mean? And they're threatened by the idea that somebody that they looked up to, that they thought of as that icon, that golden fat person, is making a healthy move. Yo, I don't give a fuck.
And that's the part that's even crazy. It's the idea that you can't be skinny and happy. The fact that you're doing these gymnastics, that the person, when they're fat, that's when they're at their happiest. As if like they can't also be happy when they're skinny and also be healthier. Because it's just proof. It's a fact. When you lose the weight, and we're not talking about someone who's anorexic. No. She just looks like she just lost a little bit of weight. So when you lose weight, it's just a fact that you're more than likely just going to be healthier. That's it. They're making it seem like this concept of like losing weight doesn't translate to being healthier. And all of a sudden, if you're healthier, then you can't possibly be happier. That just doesn't make any sense.
They don't want that for her, Lo. They don't want happiness or good health for her at all.
To imagine someone being that insecure though.
For real.
For you to do mental gymnastics because someone else lost weight?
God damn.
Imagine the life that you live where your security is based off of other people looking like you or potentially going through the same thing you go through.
Now that being said, there's nothing wrong with like plus size models, whatever. If you're fat, wrong with that shit. There's ways to monetize being obese. There's ways to love yourself. You're fat, morbidly obese, probably do something about that. But you can still love yourself until you do something about that. So it's like they feel, man, it's such a wild world that is a take that people have, and then other people will agree. And it's interesting to me because maybe I just live in a bubble of non-retardation. And I just don't have people like that around me at all. So the only time I'll get a chance to experience that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Idiocy is on Twitter. It's on Twitter. You'd have to hop on a Twitter trend. That's the only time I'm gonna see something like that. Because I don't know anyone in my life. When Davis loses weight, I'm like, wow, dude, you lost weight, man. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a difficult thing to accomplish, man. And he's doing it. Because food is so delicious. Could we talk about that? The reason there's so many fat people is because, honestly, a lot of these companies have bamboozled us from birth to believe that things like grains are healthy for you. Can you believe they made a fucking food pyramid and they put grains at the top? Like, not even whole wheat, bro. Just white bread. They were like...
At the bottom.
I don't give a fuck where it was,
But no, it was like literally the biggest piece.
And they're like, dairy, milk with antibiotics? You need that. Like, no, bro. That's just a bunch of lobbying from these companies that want you to buy things. I don't trust that shit no more. But growing up, that's what they taught us. Yeah. So yeah, no doubt there's a whole bunch of fat people. You grew up on a whole bunch of bullshit. It wasn't based in science. There was a whole bunch of videos I watched on that. They knew, like Kellogg's and all those companies, they knew what they were doing. They did it anyway because they wanted people to eat their cereal.
Crazy.
Special K, they just brand anything as healthy. They had me believing, Lo, that Nutella was healthy, bro. Nutella. You know the chocolate spread with tons of sugar?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, it's part of a balanced breakfast. I could be telling you, everything is part of a balanced breakfast. Technically, Lo, eating a spoonful of straight sugar is part of a balanced breakfast because you're going to have some sugar in your breakfast, right? So it's like, hey, yo, there's a lot of fat people. So celebrate them when they're making moves to make their lives healthier. There's too many people out here catching all these kind of illnesses as it relates to their weight. Maybe she did get a scare. Maybe she talked to a doctor. Yeah. Maybe she talked to a friend that lost weight and her friend was like, yo, on tour, I just feel like I could accomplish way more. Like maybe her mindset is like, maybe she feels freer because you feel freer, Lo, when you lose weight. You know what? I can't tell you one thing, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Doing these AMP videos, man. There's a lot of things I used to do athletically. So in my mind, I know I can do them, but my body can't actually keep up.
That's the scary part.
So we're doing an AMP video and I needed to be explosive, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I've done this thousands of times in my life growing up.
Yeah.
But because I've gained weight in the last couple of years, fucking hyper focused on this YouTube bullshit, I can't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
You know how amazing it's gonna feel for me to bow just like that? Because my mind did it thousands of times, but my body can't keep up with it right now. That shit sucks. That being said, there's benefits to being fat. You know, you're usually softer. Like, you're like a big pillow. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sit on a chair, like, my ass is not going to hurt. I have, like, more cushion. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're bonier, like, your ass is probably going to hurt on a bad chair way faster. See what I'm saying? When you're like, sitting on a bus low, people have to move out the way a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. All I know is I'm sitting right here like this. Boom. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
There's
ridiculous.
all kind of benefits, Lo.
All I know is this.
All kinds.
For someone like Adele to lose weight, it's something that had to be justifiable. Like, Adele, especially as successful as she's been over the past decade, at her weight or whatever she looks like, there's no way she just wakes up and tells herself, I'm just all of a sudden going to start losing weight because I think that's going to take my career to another level. Like, that's not how that goes.
It had to have been something profound.
It had to have been something serious. But even if it wasn't, if Adele just wanted to wake up one day and say, you know what, I just want to lose 30 to 50 pounds. Who cares what the reason was? Who cares if she's doing it because of look? Who cares? If that is a decision she wanted to make, I'm confused to why so many people have a problem with getting behind that as quickly as they do of her staying at her original weight. I just don't understand why that's such a difficult concept, because that is a process. Like you said, it's a difficult process. It's not a process that clearly a lot of people do, because not only are the people who tweeting about it insecure about it, but also there's plenty of other people in America and all over the world who also deal with that exact same problem.
As we're talking about this, Lizzo is trending right now.
Oh, man.
And it's dope. Lizzo's fat. Cool. Well, it's not dope. She should probably
Definitely
get healthy. But it's fine. No, it's not really fine. She should get healthy. But at the same time,
I just don't even really care about it that much.
Exactly.
I don't
Why
care.
do you care if it's not to celebrate it? See what I'm saying? Why do you have negative emotions attached to someone doing something healthy for themselves? Yeah, some of these people are probably just lost, and they find fulfillment in their lives by just what's the word? Vicariously living through other people's accomplishments and things.
What?
Vicariously living through people's accomplishments.
I thought it was vicariously.
No, that's something very different.
It is it's vicariously?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What?
I thought it was vicariously.
Anyone you sent vicariously to, talk to them, bro. You sent them the wrong message.
I never that terminology I never used.
Anyway, hey, shout out to the fat people, man. I'm with you guys. For now, though. Can't wait till I lose weight. I'm gonna make so much fat jokes, because I'm already making them and I'm fat right now. When I lose weight, man, it's gonna be an onslaught of fat jokes. I'm gonna whip you guys into shape by bullying. I'm kidding. Bullying doesn't work. But people bullied the shit out of me growing up, though, for being fat. And I bully them for their big nose, and they bully for me for my big forehead, and I bully them for their horrible grades.
Vicariously. Okay.
So you learned the word?
You looked at it, I was like,
Proud of you, man.
Man, I thought all this time that was vicariously.
Hey, if you guys are fat, man, say something in the comment section. It'd be crazy, because when people make the fat jokes about me, I don't know in the back of my mind, 40% of y'all fat too. Maybe fat people just secretly making fat jokes about me. So, hey, just wait till I lose this weight, man. Give me like 4 or 5 months. I'm going to be on top of my shit.
That shit is just it's just so weird, though, when people lose weight and then, like, people have to come out of the woodworks and be like, whoa, guys, just so we know, skinny does not immediately mean healthy.
Right?
I'm like, okay. Fuck, like...
Skinny, why does everybody have to be skinny? No skinny.
But it's almost like... But
I get it to a certain extent, though, because women are kind of brought up believing, like, if you're not skinny, you're not beautiful. To a certain degree, I understand where they're coming from.
But that clearly isn't Adele.
She was beautiful regardless.
That's what I'm saying.
No cap.
That clearly did not apply to Adele, because she was not only beautiful, but highly successful at the weight she was at before.
Exactly.
This is not someone that we needed some interpretation of, like, oh my God, well, you gotta be skinny to sell records. No, like, that wasn't it. That clearly wasn't it. People clearly overlooked her weight when she was selling records. Like, that clearly wasn't it. Don't need you to clarify that for me. This is not that scenario. But for whatever reason, people, you know how people gotta get down.
People how you
Guys, just so you know, losing weight does not automatically mean you're going to be healthier, okay? You can be healthy and big and fat. You can be beautiful and fat. Just so you got, guys, just so you know.
Fat people just know that you're beautiful too.
Exactly. Guys, okay, you know that, right? It's almost like they're like disgusting in this concept that like Adele is dumb enough to believe she needed some validation to prove herself. So she had to start losing weight.
Word. She did not need y'all.
Doesn't need you all, doesn't really give a fuck about the scale number because she clearly has been highly successful over the past decade. Does not give a fuck about what you all think about her weight. She clearly did this because of what she decided
Also,
that she wanted to do.
Yeah, for the most part, being fat is not beautiful. Why are people bugging? Like, unless that's your thing, though. Unless that's your thing.
But it's almost like they do have a fat fetish. Like, guys, but come on, right? Fat people, right?
Yeah.
Like, y'all not fucking with that? Y'all not fucking with the fatness?
Yeah, and on average, a person's gonna get way more attention fit than fat.
But
by far.
But that's the problem with society, agent. That's the thing. You're not. Think about it. Think about it.
Explain it to me.
You had your third eye open.
Okay.
Being pretty.
Because when you're fit, it's like, man, hold on, he's disciplined. You gotta be disciplined to continue to go to the gym. See what I'm saying?
But again, and I see what you're saying, but in the Adele situation, there's no way anybody could have said that because she was a highly successful musician.
Shout out
There
Adele,
is
man.
clearly discipline in her regiment. There was nobody questioning that shit. She just got at a point in her life where she would just, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that it's the only reason why I'm coming to the conclusion of either A, it had to be a health scare, or B, she just came to a point in her life where she was like, I just want to lose weight.
You see what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
First of all, Lizzo I think she look cute, even though she's gargantuous.
You like that? You like that? You got a little fat fetish?
Actually, no, not usually, but sometimes I'll look at someone like, wow.
So Lizzo does it for you?
I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying she look right. But hey, look at this tiny ass bag. There's something very entertaining about the fact that she's walking around with this. Where do you even find that? And it's probably all diamonds too.
Crazier.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, someone loses weight, tell them congratulations and move on. It's not that important.
Because they clearly wanted to lose the weight.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you.
that was clearly something that they wanted to do.
She just did it by accident. She's like, man, what the fuck? My whole life I've been fat, but it just turns out at the age of whatever she's at, she just lost the weight by accident.
Clearly, she woke up every day, hit the gym, worked out, dieted. That was actually a process that she did, and she was successful at the process.
Unless she just got surgery, which would be a wild course.
Yeah, that would be wild.
But I don't think that's what happened.
But it was a process that she did, and she's successful at that process. So when people are successful at the process that they do, they have achievements and goals that they reach. We normally congratulate them on those things.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's normally how it works.
Hey, man. Shout out to everybody on their health grind.
So just say congrats and shut the fuck up. That's it.
It's an overwhelming amount of. Do you remember on the podcast where I told you I put out a poll and then like a majority of people were telling me that their resolution for this year was a health goal?
Lose weight, yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people can relate to what she's going through. And to the sensitive people that have seen no success and can't be happy for others, if it comes at the cost of their own self-esteem, those people are pissed.
That's a level of insecurity.
Imagine.
I can't
imagine
even.
her friends. Imagine being friends with that person. Because you just imagine you just get the job you always wanted, and then she's like, just remember, anyone who works at McDonald's, that you guys have good jobs too. It's like, yo, just what's good with you? You can't just say like to the person, no, you can't do that. Word. And they had to be botting these tweets because I refuse to believe that many people agree with that mindset.
Yeah, those tweets had like 30,000 plus likes. That was wild to me.
Where are these people that agree with that? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
No, they're clearly around.
Don't answer that.
They're around enough for those people to feel brave enough to put those tweets out because they knew that they were going to get that type of attention.
Yeah, Lizzo was bold with her wardrobe decisions. I rate that, no cap.
Hey, she do what she need to do.
Hey, okay, boom.
Yeah, she do what she need. Blah. No?
English?
Huh?
Hey, man, you sent me a video last night, but I can't find it when you were like, we got to talk about this on the pod.
What was it?
I forgot, but it was a video of somebody saying something wild or retarded. I forgot. You don't remember? Let me find it.
It was on. I definitely didn't text it to you.
No, it's probably in DMs, man.
Well, why don't you just pull the DM right now, then?
Because I was looking for it a moment ago and I can't fucking find it. Oh, it was Desiree.
Oh.
Okay, so here's the.
Please pull that up.
Okay. You excited?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the tweet is up. Okay, this is what Desiree said on Twitter. Women should be financially taken care of in a relationship. Your woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing. If you cannot afford to take care of a woman completely, don't date or pursue a woman until you can. The woman is the prize. Pay for it. I'm gonna pass this along to you.
Do you want me to go?
I'm gonna let you go ahead.
So apparently, women are just children, right? That's basically what she just said.
Sounds like.
Because apparently, oh my, it's so much shit.
It's one of those ones you don't even know where to start.
It's just ridiculous.
You don't even know where to start, man.
Break it down. Read the first line again.
Woman.
You good? Is that what it says?
3 hours of sleep. Let me live. Women should be financially taken care of in a relationship.
So again, are they adults or are they children?
Now,
Because
like,
that doesn't make any sense.
60 years ago, you know what I mean? I understand if that was the meta 60 years ago. You know, you come home and then but you're missing a lot though. You know what I mean? Like they would have to obey everything and there was no consequences for any kind of abuse. You could just do whatever. That was going on a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in that world, for sure, if your woman is not working, you're most definitely gonna have to.
Just called that a meta. That was the meta back in the day.
That was back in the day. That was the meta. But the meta. Well, to be honest, there's probably plenty of places where that's still the meta.
Yeah. But
in
she
North
lives
America,
in America. Exactly.
That's not the meta no more.
Exactly.
And if you want a relationship like that, I'm sure you could find somebody like that. Just know, generally speaking, women work now. And they also had goals and dreams. And they're going to work to actualize those goals and dreams.
And they're making money now. Like,
Okay,
it's legit money.
And there's plenty of fields where women are outperforming men in terms of how much they're making. So it's like, look, hold on, let's pause for a moment now. I don't even want to be around somebody who doesn't have ambition.
And so that was another part I was gonna say. Like, I don't even want to even if that's your belief, that's fine. We're clearly not going to be on the same page.
And it's gonna be hard to find. No, it might not be actually. It might not be hard to find a guy on that page, right?
No, yeah, it's not. No, it's not.
A guy might not want to be on that page, but he might fold though.
I know. I think there's plenty of men who don't mind doing that, but in the same process, they may also believe
that
the shit you were saying.
That you need to stay at home then.
You need to stay at home. You need to be submissive, and when they come home, you need to have that food cooked. Big fact.
And the house clean. That's most definitely not the life I want. I don't want to come home and she's just doing nothing, or she's cleaning or whatever, or cooking. Like that's God damn it, no, bro. That's not interesting to me personally. And now, I understand if this is the type of relationship that she wants. Women are the prize. Okay.
No. We'll get to that point as well. Because I'm not done.
That's wild to me, man. In 2020, man, this is still
wild.
What you want?
That's wild.
You are a grown individual.
Grown ass.
And the main point is individual. You know what I mean? And the funny part is I dead think like a lot of women that think like this still believe they're independent. Because they'll be like, yeah, before you came along, I was taking care of myself. So then when I came along, why all of a sudden I got to take care of you? Doesn't make any sense.
Clearly not. What's the next line?
Your woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing.
Again, independence. You have your own bills. I can't even understand if we splitting it or if I'm taking over some of the stuff more than you are.
Yeah, like if you get rent and she's
none.
Yeah.
If you're saying you literally just sit at home,
what does she do with her money then?
Exactly.
What do you do with the money that you make?
So you just sit at home and you're not taking care of no responsibilities at all? You're a child. That's what children do. You are a child. And I don't even know why people, but in particular women, why would they even want to put themselves in that situation? Because now if the relationship doesn't work out, then you're shit out of luck.
Because you just spent the last X amount of time relying on another person.
Exactly.
It's going to be a lot harder to just get your feet underneath you again. And I don't care how independent you think you are. If you have this mindset, you're not actually independent. Because you're wildly dependent.
Exactly.
Quite the opposite.
If anything happens, the fact that all of a sudden, like you can't even take care of yourself anymore because you just decided, hey, he's going to pay for everything and he's going to be able to take care of my stuff too. You're putting way too much power in somebody else's hands. That's ridiculous. The fact that you're a grown ass individual and you're willing to do that makes no sense.
The sad part about this to me, Lo, is that in my mind, don't you believe that you're a fully functioning adult capable of accomplishing your dreams? And if you are, then why would you ever want somebody to pay and do everything for you? Why would you want that? Like when people offer to pay, I'm always like, yo, bro, come on now. Like not on no ego shit, but on some like I got this for me type shit. I'll always offer for other people. Mm-hmm. But I hate the idea that you have to. I don't do things when you think I have to do them. I'll do it when I want to do them. Period. When it comes to just like, yo, we're eating out, like, yo, let me get the bill, bro. Send that this way. But if people are in the fucking circle on the table talking about agents gonna have to cover that. No, I'm not. Anyway, I respect that this is the type of relationship she wants.
No, I don't. What's the last part?
What's wrong with that? If this is what she wants, then that's what she wants.
What was the last part?
If you cannot afford to take care of a woman completely, don't date or pursue a woman until you can. That's the part where she's bugging. The woman is the prize. Pay for it.
That's the part out right there.
She just said pay for the women. What did that remind you of?
First of all, sounds like prostitution. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's
but not only
definitely. If that's the kind of transaction, because that's what this is.
That's basically what it was.
I just go out and find somebody willing to engage in that transaction.
That's basically what it sounds like.
But this is, don't try and make it like it's something universal. If you cannot afford to take care, don't even date.
But not only that though.
That's wild. That's a wild thing to say.
Because basically what she's saying is every man in America has to earn at least
double
$50,000, like $50,000 to $60,000 at bare minimum, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to be fully functional adults and take care of another adult who's acting like a child and potentially have another child. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do so. But the last part is where she said women are the prize.
How do you feel about that?
It sounds like to me the man is the prize, because the odds of you finding a man that's going to make that much money is rare. So it sounds like the man is a prize in that scenario, because if out of the deal, you don't have to work, you don't have to take care of responsibilities, and you're the one who's looking for someone like that, sounds like the man is a prize. That's what it sounds like to me.
Word, because it's way harder to find a man like that than it is to find a woman who's interested in.
Way harder.
Because you don't actually need any specific qualification to be a woman in this type of relationship. Actually, you don't have to take a course on anything. You don't actually have to learn a single additional skill. You're just by default a person that's capable of this.
Bravo. Your credit.
Hey, I see you, my guy.
Credit Karma hit me with the positive notice.
Word. I'm not gonna lie to you, Lo. I've been finding it. Not that I've been dating OD or nothing like that, but I'm starting to realize how challenging it is to find very ambitious women. Faking.
She's ambitious.
She's not.
She's ambitiously looking for a man to take care of her.
I guess she's ambitious in that sense, but it's very challenging because a lot of people will fake ambition, or maybe they'll have a lot of goals. Maybe they want a lot of things. A lot of people think ambition is just wanting things. But in my opinion, I got to start using different terminology, because I just want like people who execute. Like, yo, what are you doing on a day to day? And every time I think I found somebody who's like, oh wow, it's unbelievable how much how dedicated you are to whatever. It could literally be whatever, Lo. She doesn't have to take over the world. Just being incredibly dedicated and passionate about something. That's why it is very challenging to find that. And even when you do find that, those women are probably incredibly busy. So it's very challenging to even put together a relationship that makes sense for the both people. And most of the time, people like that have like big egos, so then your ego clashing all the time. Long story short, this to me is repulsive. I get that that's what she wants, and I'm sure she can find somebody that fits these qualifications that's going to do that for her.
Do I say what I really want to say?
Just say what you really want to say, Lo, because to me, the sentence here, if you cannot afford to take care of women completely, don't date or pursue women, is the only sentence that I disagree with. The rest of it, she could have it. It's her life. But this sentence here,
she's literally saying that the only way that you can even concept the idea that you could even like the thought running by your mind of dating someone could only be possible is if you're already in your career and successful at it. That's basically what she's saying. Because there's no way that you can afford to take care of a woman unless you're on a salary that can take care of two people. And the only way that's possible is if you're successful in your career. So that's basically what she's saying. She's saying that no one should date. The odds of you finding someone like that in their 20s is so it's so rare, it's ridiculous. But she lives in a fucking bubble where those are the type of men that she goes out to go seek, and those are the type of men that she tries to go find. And so the reality is, I don't understand this idea that women thoroughly want to be treated as equals. And maybe she doesn't want to be treated like equals in that capacity.
This is not equal at all.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't want to be treated equal in the financial capacity. But then if that's the case, quite honestly, I don't want to hear anything about, oh, well, in a relationship, I didn't have a say-so on anything. You shouldn't have a say-so on anything because you're a child. Oh, in the relationship, we only did what I didn't get to, you don't have any say-so in that relationship. And I sincerely mean that too.
What do you think she thinks she offers for this to be like a valuable proposition to a guy?
You literally offer nothing. And so then that's the other part. If the only thing that you're offering are looks or you're offering your company, those are all things that someone else can provide.
So it's not a prize. It's not a prize if everyone has those things. Everyone has time, the time to spend with you. Everyone, it's not hard to.
She would have to be a comedian. You had to make me I would have to come home and you would have to just start cracking jokes off rip.
Yo, when I leave, you're immediately working on your bit because when I get back, there's gonna be a performance. I'm probably gonna have a stage at the house so she can perform regularly. Something. Because I can't think of what she could offer me for this to be worth it. You're not an individual, because that's what it's saying. You're not an individual. You'll carry yourself like an individual, man. And the thing is whatever, man. Whatever. I can't actually I don't know. This is 40 years ago, this would have been kind of acceptable. I don't think it's ever been acceptable within the last decade, especially the way that people getting money off the internet right now. Word.
The fact and Desiree makes videos explaining how she makes money selling shit to men. So the fact that she makes money, it's not like she doesn't make money. So like you said, what are you doing with your money? Why is it that all of my money has to be Flight, man? See, this is so when I see men associate themselves, but Flight, he keep it on Trillo G. When I see men associate themselves with women like this, it comes across like it's just a one way. It's a one way street
transaction. It's a transaction.
But you said also what you said was a prize. I said looks, time, but let's also keep it a buck. There's a lot of women who think that if I lay down and I spread my legs and we fucking, then that's the prize. And the reality is it's not. And so then when I go cheat on you, don't be upset, because if that's all if that's all you providing, there are plenty of other women who are providing that shit. So when I cheat on you, don't be upset. Just don't be upset.
I can't imagine. Nah, there probably is. I just don't know anybody who would be down for a relationship. I don't know any guys that would be like, oh yeah, that's actually the exact type of relationship I'm trying to be in, where I take care of the girl and she don't have to do shit. She could actually just sit at home like a potato on Instagram all day, and I would still find that that's attractive to you. Anyway, I didn't even know this, but she has 200K on YouTube. I didn't know she had all that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because that was all part of the So Illuminati and Flight wave, and they just forgot to unsub.
For real.
Yeah. What is her views pulling?
Like 5K average.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit less. Anyway, I'm just the opposite of that. Maybe that's why I find this so interesting, like an interesting mindset. I'm the opposite of that. I need whoever I'm talking to be on their I need you to be grinding so seriously on whatever, you're passionate about whatever. It could be something about, it don't have to be career shit. It could be personal stuff. Like, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to be healthier, or maybe you understand that you're a very unagreeable person and you're just trying to be like, you're working on yourself in general, regardless of what the trait is. I'll see that and I'll be like, man, look at you doing that. It's gonna make me want to improve more. And so I don't feel that way when you just want to be taken care of, like a child. And then imagine once you get children, Lo. Now you got to take care of your wife or a girl, and then all the children. And I don't even know how she contributes to this yet. I guess she takes care of the kids, but what if she just decides she doesn't want to do that? Because it sounds like she's deciding she don't want to do a whole lot of basic requirements.
And what's even crazy, this is the part where men get even more frustrated, because when the shit hits the fan, and when we get married and the shit hits the fan, we divorce. I'm just saying, no. What? when the shit hits the fan, we get married and then we get the divorce, and now all of a sudden you believe you deserve a portion of my money.
Yeah, that's so. And I was gonna kind of bring that up on the Adele thing, because Adele lost, like, how much was it? Like 80 million, or it was a retarded amount of money to her husband. Was it Adele? Who was it? It was a very famous female singer.
Was it? I don't know.
Adele divorce.
This is recent?
Yeah, like a month ago.
Hey, Adele losing weight and money? Tough.
Adele divorce money. Man, where is it? Oh, Adele and Simon are keeping their 171 million. Okay, I gotta check this out, because this is the wild part to me. And no matter which way you look at it, both ways, they're $171 million super divorce. Isn't that fucked up? Is that they just put her whole life on blast? Not everybody knows what kind of money she has.
That is messed up. So wait. So the man is going to get 171 million.
No. I think that's the total amount. I think the man got like 80. I could be wrong, but it was I remember Abba and Preach made a video on it. That's the only reason I knew. And I was like, yeah, that is wild. Both ways. When the wife is taking half of the man's shit, and when the man is taking half of the wife's shit. Which is why I always want to be in a relationship where both people are independent.
That's crazy.
You come in and get what you like. Why would you even want something that I have? I wouldn't even be interested in taking anything of what you have when we break up at all. I don't want it, because I already have my shit. I'm actually not in need of your shit. I don't need more shit just for the sake of having more. I have what I have. You have what you have. So when I remember when Logic was married, dude, because he got married real early, like in high school or something like that. He was with the same girl forever. And then he eventually got divorced, and I was like, oh man, even Logic. That's unfortunate. But he had a prenup. And I'm just finding out now, like, prenups aren't 100%. You can have a prenup and still lose like a lot of your assets, or your net worth, your value, or whatever. It's a risky game. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And you wouldn't even have to legally get married. A few years ago, I found out common law marriages exist. You just live with a person for long enough, the state just decides you're married. Which is like, God damn it, man.
It's tough.
It's trying like, you can get bamboozled by any means possible. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Hey, that's kind of why I just focus on myself, though, man. Because at the end of the day, I always like to be independent. I like to be with other people as much as I like to be by myself. And so if I ever bump into somebody who just is codependent and just clingy for no reason, then I'm going to fucking feel suffocated, man. Do something. What are you doing all day? Do something. Accomplish some shit. Or don't. At least work towards something. It doesn't have to be an accomplishment.
But it's also, yeah, what do you, like, just on a
what do you wake up and do if you're being taken care of?
On a more serious note, like, as a grown adult, if you just wake up every day and somebody else is taking care of you, like, what do you do? Like, what is, like, there's no way that you want to spend, I just can't imagine that someone wants to spend the rest of their lives being taken care of and, like, somebody else making the decisions for them, and they're the only ones making the money. Like, what?
No,
like,
I don't think that's how they want it to go down. I don't think they want the other person.
Well, that's how it's going to go down.
Can you imagine other person's putting up everything and you're the one making decisions?
No, it's not how this goes.
But I imagine that's the way they see it playing out, though. Because who would want to relinquish control like that? They just want to relinquish all responsibilities, but they absolutely want to maintain control.
But all I'm saying is, if I just don't understand what what you wake up and want to do on a day-to-day basis. Like, what is that life like where you just wake up?
I guess it's like an early retirement, man.
But for the rest, but even people who get retired within the first like year or two, they get bored and they try to figure out different things to do.
Word.
There's a lot of people who retire and then they go back to work and they just work part-time because how bored they are at home because they don't have anything else to do. So like, what are you doing? What lifestyle you're looking for? And again, what do you just bring to the table? Because to me, that just sounds like someone who's going to suffer from a lack of identity and they have nothing that they offer. And that shit to me sounds way scarier.
Why would they? Oh, I guess they would lack an identity if they're not up to anything.
Yeah. That to me sounds like that's way scarier of a lifestyle than having to potentially split a couple of bills. Like if you running around and have no identity, you have no job, and you just rely on somebody else, that sounds way scarier than, hey, I got the light bill and you got the gas. That sounds way scarier.
Yeah, and there's something. Whatever. I don't want to beat on this for no reason. I find that philosophy incredibly repulsive, and I'm actually curious to know what kind of guy it would take to be interested in living that kind of life long term, because I can't see it being fruitful.
Definitely don't.
Too many people out there, man. Just like there's gonna be somebody that has more to offer than absolutely nothing.
Because that's what. Yeah. I don't want to beat it either.
Hey, no, I was gonna talk about the Michael Jordan documentary. Lo, can I tell you something?
You're not even watching it.
Can I tell you something, Lo? I was downstairs yesterday, and you just left it was like the '96 finals or something like that on TV. I don't think it was the '96. Which one was the one with the Bulls and the Magic?
That's not the finals, right?
Oh, no, it was the semifinals, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so
it was either 95 or 96.
I've never in my life actually watched clips that weren't highlights, like actual full game in the 90s. So I turned the TV on and I was like, no, because you watch the clips, but where do you find full games? I didn't even know they just upload them bitches to YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
I didn't even know that shit. I thought you had to have some database or something like that.
No, it's on YouTube.
So I just let it play while I was eating. I was breaking my fast. And I was like, holy, this is fucking fascinating. Because it'd be all the people that you don't heard of millions of times in their accolades, and you see them in action and shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, Lo. Wow. Thank you for putting me on game. So last night before I went to sleep, I just typed in on YouTube 96 finals game 1. And I just got to watching that shit. And it's like, you really, if you've never done it before, because I ain't realized, because you see Shaq in the highlights, but you're like, oh, those are highlights. He was just regularly doing that.
If you see Shaq, because I think it was either that game or maybe another game where he had like 26 points.
It was that game. He was on
points
fire.
In the first half.
Yes.
I was like, yo, this is OD right now.
Yeah.
He's just getting in the post and immediately going. And it's just like, fuck.
Word. So, and it reminded me a lot of the Orlando Magic with Dwight Howard offense, where they just dump it in, back out, dump it in. They eventually find him open, boom, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you guys have never gotten an opportunity to just look at a full game, first of all, they cut out all the commercials, which is amazing. So you just watch basketball for an hour and a half.
Sometimes they don't, though. And then sometimes it's very interesting to see like the old commercials.
Oh, yeah, I saw a couple old commercials. Like there was hilarious. Jeep. There's just one. I think that was the slogan. Yeah, I'm like, what is that? What is that slogan? Why did Jeep think that was gonna hit? I don't know what's wrong with Jeep.
Yeah, but son, only problem I have is like, A, they don't have the scoreboard on the bottom all the time. So it's kind of figure out where we're at in the game, and B, it's just weird to just see how much like the game has changed. Because it was a lot of below the 3-point line and like sometimes even below the free throw line play. But then even if you watch, I just start watching like old Kobe highlights too, and I'm like, even back then it was below the 3-point line, which is weird how much it just changed like within a decade's time. So yeah, but yeah, you can just literally go on YouTube. People always ask me that too, like, yo, how do you find these clips? And I'm like, it's literally on YouTube. Yeah,
it was magnificent, man. That was truly, and it was the first time I seen Jordan just play full, no like clips or nothing. Man, he's majestic the way he handles the ball.
Way quicker. I think he's way quicker and faster and moves more fluid than I think a lot of people probably give him credit for. My cousin said she watched Kobe in his prime live, and she was saying like the way that he moved, it was just almost like running water. The way that he was just like flowing, and I was like, yo, that's tough.
Very.
That's tough. That's
Very,
tough. Because I seen Wade play a playoff game here, and like the stuff that he was doing, it was almost like when watching, you can tell like he was like clearly quicker and faster than everybody else. He was getting to his spots way before. But the way that he was doing it, because he used to like back in the day, he used to do like the behind the back layups type stuff.
Yeah.
He was doing it like it was just like routine. And he was like treating people like they were cones on a court. And I was like, bro, the fact that like he's that quick, getting to his spots that fast and watching it in real time, and like NBA players are way bigger in real life than what you actually think. Like when you're like at home watching just them on the court, everybody looks like they're roughly around the same height outside of like sensors. But when you watch him in real life, you're like, oh, so he's 6'4". Like he for real tall, running fast, jumping that high. That's tough.
Yeah, they had like these interesting storylines. It was like Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman, one of the two, had like a stomach virus. So they would just cut a clip to him just eating oranges on the sideline.
Yeah.
Just eating oranges on the sideline. It cut to a camera of like a bobblehead, but the bobblehead was like recording the camera. Like they had his hands on the camera. Jeez. And I was like, what is going on? And they're like, pass it over to Tiny Dennis Rodman. And Tiny Dennis Rodman would be their man. I was like, yo, what? This is so weird, but I fuck with it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing that's probably the only reason why I'm actually watching it, is to get the storylines. Because I already know the results of the game and the series. I want to know the storylines and stuff that they were talking about during that time. And then the more and more I'm starting to watch it, the more and more I'm starting to realize, like, yeah, like Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman in the second three-peat, they were always like hurt or something was wrong with them.
Yeah.
Which is like weird that nobody doesn't really talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because it felt like when I was watching the game, like the Magic had to work so hard for buckets, and then the Bulls would just throw up a shot, and then like Dennis Rodman would find a way to tip it in if it didn't already go in.
Yeah.
Even though like Kukoc was shooting bricks, like it was so, man.
There's a lot of people shooting bricks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. And I was watching it, even on the Bulls, it was a lot of people. But then you look at the end of the series, like Kukoc and Pippen shot like they shot terrible in that series.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys have never ever got a chance to do that, just do it. It'll take you like 5 minutes to adjust to the horrible quality that you're about to watch. But once you make that adjustment, you're gonna be blessed. All right.
You be all right. You be all right.
You be all right, man.
All right. So you want to wrap up the podcast?
We absolutely can, man.
Just to let y'all know that's agent is
You just call
that's head coach.
I do have to lead though because I have to return the U-Haul in an hour and it's full of shit right now. So.
Oh man. All right. So. Shout out to all my podcast people out there tuning in yet again for another episode of the Peer to Peer Pod. Again, as always, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, know the gang to all my people out there on YouTube. Also, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. Make sure you give us bear ratings, 5-star. You know what I'm saying? And Oxcord, word of mouth, all of that stuff, all that good stuff out there, man. Anything? Any last words? I
am exhausted. We're on 3 hours of sleep, and I have a full day of things to do. Hey, I appreciate the love y'all been showing on the pods, though, man.
Big facts.
For real. It's kind of refreshing to hop on here and talk about things that's not 2K all the time, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do it. Honestly, before we leave, Lo, I had no optimism that you were going to be down to do this pod. I remember when I brought like the concept to you, and you were like, oh, I'm down. I was like, I don't think he's really down, though. I don't think he'd be down to do something outside of like what we're used to doing. See what I'm saying? I feel like you were gonna come with like either very bad energy or like you weren't gonna be committed to it. I didn't think you were gonna be committed to it.
What the hell?
Yeah. So then when we recorded the first pod, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, he committed to it, man. It made me excited, man. So I'm glad.
I've never done anything to make you believe otherwise.
Nah, but we keep in mind, we've been talking about because we've been doing podcasts forever now, but we've been talking about this podcast for a minute, and we didn't pull the trigger for a while.
But the only reason why I was negative is because you're the reason why we didn't commit to the other podcast.
Okay, but
the last podcast.
That's for a good reason though.
And B, every single time when I would ask you, what are we doing? You were being so broad to where I was like, well, what does this mean?
Yeah, because it's kind of difficult to explain what you're doing when you're doing like everything. Like, we look at the topics we covered. We talked about Desiree offering nothing to a relationship. We talked about Ambish losing absolute control on a live stream.
Of course. Adele.
We talked about Adele losing weight and
Flight hitting career highs.
Yeah, so it's like, I didn't know that's the things we were going to talk about. I'm sure we were going to find a direction though. Like in the second channel, I don't actually know which direction it's going to go. I'm just going with it. And then when I find a direction, I'm going to stick with it. But thank you, man. You've been great. Hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day yesterday, man. I was waiting for you to get home and record the podcast, and you didn't come back. And I was like,
when did you leave?
Like at 11.
Oh, that's tough.
I was like, yeah, I don't think he's coming back, man.
Because I was dead ass heading this way around 11, and I was like, I'm on the south side.
Then you text me at like, what was it, like 2 a.m. and you're like, hey, man, pod.
It was one.
And I was like, yo, how you gonna text me at one same pod, man? Like, I'm just waiting here for you. I usually am though, bro.
I'm about to say, normally you just be at the house. I didn't know you was gonna go somewhere. All right, people. We'll catch you all next time. Peace.